leaders in their 31-page declaration as they met on Sunday focused on long-standing demands for reforms of global governance, including fairer geographical representation on the UN Security Council, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank, all to reflect the increased weight of emerging markets in the global economy. There is an anticipation that the America First mantra could be an opening for BRICS, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, to position themselves as a counterweight to Western-led institutions. But attendance at the meeting sends a different message. Putin is busy with the invasion of Ukraine. China has given no explanation for Xi Jinping's absence, and heightened Middle East tensions mean the leaders of Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Iran are also not expected to be in Brazil for the meeting. Trump said he had signed letters to 12 countries outlining tariff levels on goods they export to the US. According to Scott Bessent, tariffs currently set at a 10% baseline will revert to April 2 levels on the 1st of August if countries around the world don't reach deals with the US. Hello, welcome again to Global Business Insights, where we discuss drivers moving markets and offer perspectives on business and the economy. Today we look at startups and a new breed of entrepreneurs focused on vibrant niches. Damilola Awokoya, founder Aquaoil, shares insights as she incubates a new concept in the skin wellness niche. But first, some of the headlines. Global investors believe they have had time to price in a fresh deluge of tariffs as they head for more uncertainty. Markets are riding a wave of optimism and can absorb a jolt. The best case would be lower tariffs than expected, also not the most likely case. The deadline to negotiate was confirmed as August 1 to get deals and not July 9 as was initially thought. Futures we saw, especially in the US, going down due to perhaps the extended period of uncertainty. China's finance ministry announced new trade measures on Sunday, saying it was restricting government purchases of medical devices from the European Union that exceed 45 million yuan, that's about $6.3 million in value. This was in retaliation to Brussels' own curbs last month. Still on medical devices, a thriving market concept today is where we see a convergence of tested and approved artificial intelligence and robotics applications in critical sectors like healthcare, and I mean robotic assisted surgery is becoming hot. Intuitive Surgical ISRG recently got a CE mark approval for its latest Da Vinci 5 surgical system. The CE mark, Conformité Européenne, is a mandatory conformity marking for some products sold within the European Economic Area and which indicates that these products comply with the essential health and safety requirements of the relevant EU directives. ISRG stock is now seen as unstoppable, up 25% from a year ago, more than doubled, 181% in 5 years, and year to date is up 4.31%, with the approval suggesting a strong upside for growth. Startups face a variety of challenges that can impact their growth and success. Damilola Awokoya is based in the UK with over 18 years of cross-sector experience, currently serving as an HR business partner at the BBC, now pursuing a long-held passion for skin wellness, transitioning into the self-care industry with a focus on high-quality, conscious skin care solutions. She comments on her experience with startups, and indeed there are no shortcuts. Commitment to quality, knowing your niche and staging your takeoff, learning through the various stages are all important.
It started off from a question, and the question was, how can I ensure my skin and that of my family is protected and it gets the best that we can, and it's not costing us an arm and a leg? How do I trust what's in the packaging? how do I ensure it's safe? How do I ensure it's helping my skin? And how do I ensure that it's an investment? The skincare industry is saturated with a lot of generic and white labeling or pre-made base and formulas, and this often disconnects a lot from the lived experience and heritage that I'm aiming for. The goal is to change that, and to change that, AQUAOILS will be creating a brand that honors um, rooted vibrancy. It champions organic ingredients. That's a key one for us. Even how those ingredients are sourced is a major aspect of it. And also to deliver cosmetic elegance grounded in skin efficacy. So for me, quality is top. It's the top on the list. We cater to discerning customers seeking skincare that is luxurious and natural, and also rooted in cultural authenticity. My formulations blend adaptogenic and antioxidant rich botanicals. A good example of what I use in formulating is lion's mane. I also use sea buckthorn and COQ10. All these ingredients and actives sort of offer protection from environmental stresses while enhancing the skin's resilience and the overall well-being of our skin. And a lot of investment is going into this because the skin is the largest organ of the human being. So why not? What sets AQUAOILS apart is not only what goes into the packaging and the jars that I use, but also the ethos behind what I'm doing. And I hope that I attract the same type of customers that share the same values. Every product that I'll be developing that would come up in various lines. So production lines, like I'm doing the basics now, and there's going to be three of them, three different scents and two different scents, and one is unscented. That would be the first sort of line to product line to be launched. I do a lot of research into it, and the formulation has to be like the precision that goes into the formulation for me is important, especially if I'm going to expand and grow the business. And I think I want each of those products to be the best sort of variation or best they can be, really. So a lot of trial is going on with the ingredients that I'm using and how they interact with each other. I'm refining textures. For me, texture is a big thing. We don't want lumpy things. I want luxury. I want luxury. I want you to use my products and feel luxurious. A lot of self-love is in what I'm trying to produce. And I'm into fragrance as well. Fragrances that evoke certain sort of, I have relaxing ones, I have invigorating ones, and of course unscented as well, to cater for a wide range of customers. Yeah, I'm still in active development, trialing the ingredients, as I mentioned, refining the textures and creating fragrance profiles as well. I'm working towards a formal cosmetic safety assessment and a formulation certification. This ongoing phase reflects, our commitment to integrity, and we're building slowly but purposefully to ensure quality is front and center, even when I expand. In preparation for scaling, I've recently repurposed the garage where I'm sitting in at the moment into a GMP compliant production space. This renovation is to uphold the high standards of of what I put into every product really. The physical transformation marks my first step, and I would say first leap from concept into sort of controlled manufacturing, laying the foundation for future expansion as well. My target audience will span wellness conscious individuals to professionals and, um, enthusiasts who are seeking products that align with their values, clean, effective, and sort of has this cultural resonance to it. We envisage a presence not just locally, but within global market. Aquaoils is designed to sit seamlessly beside premium skincare brands while offering an entirely fresh perspective, which is rooted in, I say it one more time, authenticity and transparency. I think that's one part of Aquaoils that will stand out in everything that we do. It bothers me sometimes when you read the packaging and you just see the amount of ingredients that are being used. I'm sticking to non-toxic and organic things, products, and ingredients in my products. As we round off and launch the first products this year, look out for Aquaoil's brand. That's adding value to the luxury skincare narrative. I think there are a lot of brands out there that already do great things and have such ethos. This brand is to build on that, is to add value to that as a skincare industry. It's going to be a brand that builds on scientific formulation, but also sustainability and storytelling. Aquaoils isn't changing sort of a lot that's out there, but we are cultivating a movement, and that will be around self-care, self-love, honesty, and transparency. With style, with style, style and luxury. I think that's important in life.
Now to the OPEC Plus meeting that took place last weekend. The 8 OPEC Plus countries, namely Saudi Arabia, Russia, Iraq, UAE, Kuwait, Kazakhstan, Algeria, and Oman, which previously announced additional voluntary adjustments in April and November 2023, met virtually on Saturday to consider global market conditions and outlook. The countries agreed a production adjustment of 548,000 barrels per day in August 2025 from July 2025 required production level. This is up from a planned increase in July of 411,000 barrels per day. Analysts are saying that the group is firmly shifting towards a market share strategy, confident that prices will remain firm enough, but more ready to see prices drop rather than sacrifice more share. But more cuts can still be unwound. There is still 1.65 million barrels per day of idle capacity, which are expected to remain in place until the end of 2026. But the question is still being asked, will OPEC Plus target the next tier of cuts, and is there enough demand to absorb it? For now, it looks unlikely with the tepid H2 economic outlook, though demand for more energy from a faster artificial intelligence assimilation could be a driver for higher oil demand, but that is unlikely for 2025. Asia Pacific markets traded mostly lower as the US confirmed that reciprocal tariffs will take effect on August 1 for countries without a deal, adding that countries aligning with anti-American policies of BRICS can also expect higher tariffs. Well, that's it on this episode of Global Business Insights. This is Bode Oshosami. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.